Here's a recap of the week's top news stories, brought to you by Marhaba, the ultimate guide to Qatar. Join us after the news for a visit to one of Doha's most reputable Friday brunches at the New York Steakhouse within the Marriott Marquis. Now here's the news. Starting with last Friday, when Qatar scrapped quarantine requirements for fully vaccinated and recovered residents. The new policy came into effect from February the 28th. And people vaccinated outside of Qatar can now apply to get a golden frame on their Ehteraz as well, according to the Ministry of Public Health. On to Saturday, and the Defence Minister inaugurates Qatar's Shamal training ship, one of the world's largest training ships. And the Sheraton Grand Doha celebrates its 40th birthday. On Monday, it was announced that the 321 Qatar Olympic and Sports Museum is to open on March the 31st. And the Lusail drive-through testing and vaccination centre closes after more than 100,000 people have used the centre. On Tuesday, the Emir and the Nambian president discussed ways to boost ties. Yesterday, it was announced that over 14,000 people have benefited from the Ministry of Interior's grace period offer. And in this morning's newspapers, Qatar Museums discovers Qatar's oldest known natural pearl bead in an ancient grave. The rare archaeological find gives new insights into Qatar's pearl diving history. Discovered in a grave in Wadi al-Dabayan, the pearl dates back to 4600 BCE. That's all for the news this week. Join me now as we take a look around one of Qatar's finest Friday brunches in the New York Steakhouse. This week we're in one of the most reputed Friday brunches in Doha, the New York Steakhouse within the Marriott Marquis. The brunch format is a la carte. There's an extensive brunch menu and you can order anything you like from it, as many times as you like. Some dishes are for one, some to be shared. The menu was so extensive that I asked Chef to make recommendations for me, and he did a great job of it. First out was an amazing seafood platter named the Fulton Street Seafood Tower. Poached Canadian lobster, Alaskan king crab, giant prawns, scallop ceviche, octopus escabeche, and tuna ceviche. Beautifully prepared, beautifully presented, and an absolute delight to eat. As a true seafood lover, this was an absolutely fabulous start. Next up was the amazing slow-roasted Wagyu tomahawk rack. This comes to your table on a trolley and they slice it right there in front of you, served with milk buns and cheddar popovers, and dollops of mustards along with their very own freshly prepared horseradish. Of course, the Wagyu was cooked to perfection. Most of the dishes on the menu are named after New York districts. And next up was an assortment presented on a board. First, I tried the Staten Island 36 hot dog. Scallop, lobster and black truffle sausage in espelati brioche with fennel relish and caviar mayo. Next was the Williamsburg Standard toast. Avocado served on organic sourdough with blistered tomatoes and egg. Next was the East 65th Burger Jr., a Wagyu patty served with foie gras and raclette. And last on the board, but one of my favourite dishes of the day, was the Angus sandwich. Prime strip loin, Edam cheese, and a spicy hollandaise sauce served as an open sandwich. Then came short ribs croquets. Vine-braised short ribs with breadcrumbs and a spicy sauce. These were amazing and jumped to the number one position in my croquets top 10. And that was followed by a plate of Hudson Valley Carpaccio. And then for my final mains salvo, beef cheek, grilled skirt steak, and Long Beach sea bass. The beef cheek is served on what looks like mashed potato, but turned out to be celery root cooked in a truffle oil. Served with a tasty braising jus, pecorino, and a fried egg on top. A really hearty dish. The grilled skirt steak was a delicious piece of steak, beautifully seasoned, Montreal spiced, and served with raclette poutine. And finally, the surprise of the day was the sea bass. I've ordered sea bass in some very reputable seafood restaurants, and here I am in a steakhouse eating what in all honesty is one of the best plates of sea bass I've ever had. And for the finale, dessert. I had an individual strawberry cheesecake served with chocolate ice cream and a chocolate fondant pudding with vanilla ice cream. And the ice cream was being freshly made right before my eyes, using an awful lot of liquid nitrogen. For a quality brunch with the finest quality dishes, look no further than the New York Steakhouse, located in the Marriott Marquis, Doha. Find all the information you need on Qatar in Marhaba's up-to-date e-guides. They're completely free of charge and can be found on their website, marhaba.qa/e-guides.